You're still watching Full Day, the late night show, and I'm Vin Martin Ilo from our studios in Enugu, Nigeria. And joining me right now is Dr. Ifeanyichukwu Okonkwo, who is a rights and environmental activist. He played a lot of politics in Anambra State so many years ago, where he had been gubernatorial candidate in one or two elections. But Ifeanyichukwu Okonkwo is joining me now. Dr. Okonkwo, you're welcome.
It's my pleasure. Congratulations on this maiden edition.
Thank you. And joining us all the way from Abuja is Afam Ilounoh, who is a lawyer and political commentator. Afam, you're welcome to Full Day, the late night show. Well, good. I just wish, Afam, that your phone could be on landscape for us to see you better. I wish you can do that. Okay, but while you're doing that, Dr. Okonkwo, 3 candidates emerged in Anambra State over the weekend. We have for Labour, we have for APC, and we have for the ruling APGA party. When you look at the candidates, are they bringing any freshness to politics in Anambra State?
Freshness. I think the best way to describe them is whether they are bringing anything new to the system. Because to talk about freshness, it means that they have been able to articulate the democratic measures upon which the citizens will expect something different from the usual political outing in Nigeria. First of all, if you look at the selection process, the selection process is not democratic. The field was very narrow. They used the economic measures to also reduce the number of people that will show interest. I think the entry form is about 30 or 50 million, respectively, for the parties. And that has eliminated the people who would have brought freshness into the contest. So it's a very narrow field.
Okay, let me go to Afam in Abuja. Afam, do you think that the candidates that have emerged that have anything new to offer to the people of Anambra State? Okay, so let's look at the process, because you're already interrogating the process. When you say it was narrow, they used economic factors to weed a lot of candidates who would have brought something new to Anambra politics. Money politics in Anambra, it has always been a challenge. Politics in Anambra has always been for the rich. It does not accommodate the poor. So I've heard people say that if you want to run for governor in Anambra State, for instance, you need to raise like 5 billion. Because, I mean, so how do we address the problem of money politics in Anambra State politics?
It's not unique to Anambra. It is the regime of politics in Nigeria since the coming of this Fourth Republic. When we had opportunity of participating during the midwifing of the 2 political parties by the military, they gave us logistics, they gave us offices, They also provided transportation, and they also funded the parties. So the only problem that we were manifesting was the issue of the money bags, those who will be influencing the electoral process. So after that regime, it was an open field for people, because looking at our electoral system, the American presidential system is a very corrupt political regime, because the constituencies are larger and the process of selection of the candidates is also very cumbersome, that the parties were managed by people who have no vision of what democracy is all about. They think it's all issue of money and money and money and deployment of the money to produce better results. So if you look at who are the bureaucrats, who are those managing the parties in Nigeria, the people managing the parties don't even know what building a political structure means. They think is just staying in office. I had the Minister of FCT saying that the PDP were able to sell, form, and made about close to 14 billion naira, but they couldn't pay ground rent for their property of 7 million. So that shows you the reckless. The party system here is from top to bottom. It's not from bottom to top. The party system we are practicing is not the way the American presidential system run in the United States. So there's no idea. It's all about money, money,
and money.
So how do you, the average earning of the top civil servants in Nigeria, for you to earn 3 or 4 million naira a year, and somebody will pay 50 million to buy for?
Okay, Dr. Okonkwo, let's bring in Afam Ilounoh, who is joining us by Zoom from Abuja. Afam, sorry for the inconvenience. Please, you're welcome to Full Day, the late night show.
Thank you, Vin.
Yes. 3 candidates have emerged in Anambra. We have Chukwuma Soludo for APGA, we have George Moghalu for Labour, and we have Nicholas Okachukwu for APC. Do you think that these candidates have anything new to offer the people of Anambra State?
Well, all the 3 candidates that emerged have their own distinct politics. Soludo is a sitting governor. We've seen what he has been able to do. Okachukwu is an old workhorse in politics of Anambra State. So also George Moghalu. All of them have things to offer. And talking about how they emerge is that I think is related now. They are already on the starting block. We are looking forward what is their chances of getting to the finish line. George Moghalu, we know him. Okachukwu, we know him. Nicholas Okachukwu, we know him very well. Soludo, we know his antecedents. So all of them are not new to Anambra politics, and Anambrarians know them very well.
Okay, let me just ask you. A lot of people I spoke with say that Nicholas Okachukwu is an expert in winning primaries, but not good in winning elections. Tell me, how does he end up each time winning a ticket? It looks like it's something he knows how to do.
When you're winning a ticket, This is the first time Nicholas is winning a ticket of major political party. He wins tickets of minor political party. It has been a factor in Anambra politics, but he has never been on a major starting block. So this is his first time of being a major starting block. APC is the national party in the national, and the APC wants Anambra State. NPC wants Anambra State as the Anambra State for all the parties in Nigeria is like the heartbeat of Igbo land. So they need to win the state of Zik, the state of Odumewujuku, the state of Tobo Kadibo, to make Igbo, bring Igbo to the main forum. So Nicholas is a challenge for him to show what he can deliver this time around.
Okay, Dr. Okonkwo, you've been in the politics of Anambra, you've watched the politics of Anambra, and for so many years now, you have been a very critical commentator of governance in general in Nigeria. Looking at these candidates, can you hazard a guess who might, win this election? Which party might win this election? Would you hazard a guess based on what is on the ground? Let's look at Soludo, who is completing his fourth year in his first term. Okachukwu, like Afam told us, yes, may have won tickets in smaller parties, but this is the first major one for him. Moghalu has been in this game for a long time, a prominent APC member, just held a position that was given to him by APC and now crossed over to Labour. When you look at this whole thing, which party do you think could, make the big impact in Anambra this time around?
It's very simple. It's very simple. Politics is based on constituency interest. It's not based purely on the platform you're running. That will also have some tribute to your success. Let us look at the three candidates. One, where do they come from in Anambra State? Soludo comes from Isuofia. He has only one ward in his political parish. The Okachukwu, his constituency has about 2 wards coming from the neighboring town in Nnewi. So then the man from Nnewi, who is Dr. Moghalu, has close to 20 wards in his primary constituency. Then look at the local government distribution. Soludo comes from Old Agwata, which are 3 local governments. Moghalu and Okachukwu, Dr. Okachukwu, are sharing 4 local governments within themselves. Now, Anambra is a place where most of the politicians have no constituency. You have to have a constituency. Where do you think your votes will come from? Is it the youth? Is it the intellectual group? Is it the working class? Is it those who you feel that can do mobilization? Soludo is a governor in Anambra State with less than 115,000 votes, where the registration is about 1.8 million. So it's a tragedy that people are talking about incumbency. So when you look at the strength of the candidates, now Okachukwu will be coming with support from the party machinery. The party machinery is coming in with, I think APC has about 22 governors, thereabout. I'm not very sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Labour is lightweight. They're only coming with, because money plays a lot of role in this politics. And now the other issue is the, what you might call the religious politics. It's very dominant in Anambra State. And one thing that will help Okachukwu is that Anambra people do not vote. They don't go to, they will criticize, they don't mobilize, and it's all monetized.
How will it help him?
It will help him because the few that will come are going to be mercenaries, are those who are persuaded to come and vote.
And they'll be more amenable to an Okachukwu.
When you look at the APGA has been in government in Anambra for 20 years, but they've never faced any challenge with a politician that has charisma, that can communicate, that has a program, and have the financial muscle.
Okay, let's ask Afam to weigh in on this. Afam, what can you hazard a guess from what you have seen on the ground? Who do you think could lift this trophy?
It's a game of numbers, a game of interest, and there are factors that affect political success. Let me start from Labour Party. Labour Party came into prominence by virtue of P2B's tsunami of 2023 that boosted Labour Party, gave Labour Party the chances they had. The question now is whether the influence is still around, whether the influence is still there. I think because of the internal wrangling of Labour Party, it has whittled down the chances and the influence of they had in 2023. But don't write them off. All the three political candidates come from Anambra South. And don't forget the senator from Anambra Central, Victor May, and Anambra North, Dr. Tony Nwoye, are from Labour Party. And two of them are very strong political figures in Anambra State. If Dr. Moghalu could harness their support, they might make a very huge impact. That coming to APC, APC is a drum ball game. One, APC is a national party in the center, in the federal government of Nigeria. APC have done everything to win Anambra State. They see Anambra State as the trophy of Igbo land. They want Anambra State by all means. Okachukwu is a very strong political figure in Anambra State. He has played politics in Anambra State for a very long time, and he's a well-known figure. No doubt.
So let's look at Soludo. What are his chances?
I'm coming there. So Okachukwu has his own chances. Finally, Soludo is the government, is the incumbent. As an incumbent, he has an edge. Two, APGA has the sentiments of Anambra people. This is our own. This is our party. Three, all of a sudden, from nowhere, Soludo all of a sudden turned the whole thing around, and his performance is coming to the fore. All of a sudden, Anambra security has stabilized. Roads are being built. Things are being done in Anambra. People are seeing it differently. Oh, if we give this man another term, he will do a better job. So Soludo is in a pole position to win the election.
Okay. Thank you. I must thank you so much, Afam, for your time. And let's look what happens. We keep our fingers crossed. Thanks a million for being part of the show today.
Thank you, Vin.
Yeah, Dr. Okonkwo, you have the last word in another minute.
I don't think it's as easy as the people are saying it. I've told you money politics in Nigeria is a factor. The last APGA have never run an election in Anambra State.
That's facing strong candidates.
That's what I'm telling you. For the first time.
So something could happen.
That's why I said I don't want to look at the report card of the incumbent governor. But incumbency, just opposed to incumbency of the presidency, where you have the power of the officiating and the coercive forces. So it's not the quantity we can look at.
So it's not as easy as they think.
Yes, no, the governor is vulnerable.
There could be big surprises.
The governor is very vulnerable. He can slip off.
Dr. Ifeanyichukwu, thanks a million. You've always been there for me, and I'm glad you're here at this inaugural edition of The Full Day. Just yesterday, Nigeria lost one of our best brains, Victor Ilounoh-Signature, an astute politician and former governor of Oyo State. Ilounoh-Signature was born in Ibadan on 4th of April 1985, gained a PhD from St. Andrews University in 1961. At a very young age of 27, Ilounoh-Signature was appointed Commissioner for Economic Development for the Western Region in 1962 in the cabinet of Dr. Moses Maje Kudumi. He was reappointed when Colonel Adeyinka Adebayo was appointed military governor of Western State after the coup of 1966 and was later appointed chairman of the Western Nigeria Development Corporation. Of course, in 1983, Ilounoh-Signature ran for governor of the old Oyo State and defeated the almighty Bola Ige of the Unity Party of Nigeria and took office in October 1983. It lasted for about 3 months before the coup took him away on the 31st of December 1983. Today, we remember Victor Ilounoh-Signature for his great academic and political exploits and his distinguished service to Nigeria. And may his soul rest in peace. Thank you again, Dr. Ifeanyichukwu, for coming on the show. And that's where we end it today on this inaugural edition of Full Day, the Late Night Show. I am Vin Martin Obiora Ilo from Enugu in Nigeria, thanking you for joining and asking you, let's do it again tomorrow night.